answer number one, stop making excuses. That's the first thing he did. He did not make excuses. In other words, he started life from where he was and not where he was not. He's in Babylon. He's a captive of war. He's been forced into the royal academy. He's not in Jerusalem. He's not there among his people. He's not living on easy road as a nobility. He's there in Babylon as a student who is going through a 3-year-long process. And so Daniel removed excuses such as, I can't have a vision since I'm a foreigner. I can't have a vision because of my circumstances is so bleak. I can't own my vision because it never rose out of my own heart. I'm in this 3-year-long program because the king saw that I may be a potential serviceman or worker in his kingdom. So he selected me. I'm not here because it was in my own heart. And so I can't own it because I didn't initiate it. He put away all those excuses. And may I say to you, there are many of you right now who are not able to move ahead from where you are out of the starting block of life, running into year 2014 with a zeal and a desire and a passion and excitement because you have not yet owned your vision. You have not yet stopped making excuses. Daniel didn't say, I can't study the language and culture of the Babylonians. It's not my culture. He didn't say, I don't know why I should even give myself to this. I don't know how much longer I'll be in Babylon. Well, the moment I see a break, an opportunity, I'm going to dash back to Jerusalem. He didn't make those kinds of statements and hide behind those excuses. Daniel, he allowed himself to stop making excuses. The phenomenal pastor in Atlanta, Andy Stanley, says, good excuses rarely collect dust. We use them and use them and use them. In fact, there are tons of websites you can even go to and type in your circumstance, and they'll come up with excuses that you can make. One website even brags and says, why use the old tired excuse that the dog ate your homework? If you really love your teacher, give them a good excuse. And then they'll give you a good excuse. I mean, it's crazy, the thinking. But I want you to know that many of us, we struggle to really move ahead in vision, not because we're not gifted or talented, because we're too burdened by self-designed and self-initiated excuses. Daniel was able to institute an action plan because he removed all excuses. He understood that vision doesn't just come out of your own heart. Vision can be born out of pain. Is it a painful circumstance that he's now a slave? A high-class slave, mind you. But is it a deal breaker? Oh, no. He had vision. You know why? Vision is not only born out of good times and solving problems. Vision also comes out of pain. And vision also comes because you recognize your shape. SHAPE being an acronym. You recognize your spiritual gifts, your heart, your ability, your personality, and your experiences. Every one of us has a shape. Look at Daniel's vision. How did he arrive at, let me use this circumstance as a marching orders by God. I can't change it. Let me find what God's at work, how God's at work in it. His shape, spiritual gifts. Let's see later on, he has a phenomenal gift of dreams and visions, interpretation of that. His heart. We know he is strong in administration and structure and organization. Abilities in that. But look at things like what qualified him to be in the Royal Academy. He looked good. He took care of his appearance. He was physically fit. Single ladies, wave at me. The man had it going on. He was physically fit. He looked good. And he was smart. And he was a quick learner. How many of you are people on your job that you have others that report to you? How many of you in here have those kinds of positions? Or even in your family, you have people who report to you, your kids report to you, or your parents report to you. How many of you have, whatever the reporting process is, I want you to know it is so draining when you have people around you that don't have a clue. I mean, it just drains you. You have to tell them 4, 5, 6 times the same thing. It is draining. And the king did not want to have those kinds of people around him. So he said, the ones that you pick to even enroll in the academy, not that they're going to come into my service. They just want to go into the academy. Let's see if they have the goods. They got to be sharp, quick learners, quick studies. You have to explain things to them twice. Twice, get them out of there. I don't want them around me. Now, you can't do that on your job. We have too many employment laws. But the idea is that the king recognized, and Daniel recognized his shape, and his shape gave him vision. His experience of a man being of noble birth, it gave him vision that I can be used by God in a circumstance where I didn't create, and even though it doesn't look as good as I may want it, let me find the will of God in it and discover vision in it. And may I say to you, stop making excuses.